What's going on, my beautiful people from YouTube? I was ready to talk about ASIC mining with you, share a brand new miner, and then this came up on my Twitter feed. So Biden administration is reportedly preparing to release an executive action to regulate Bitcoin as a matter of national security. I've been around the block a little bit. Like, I've been mining for over 10 years now. I kind of seen a lot of things come across my screen, but this time is a little bit different because I'm seeing it from a lot of different places. So I have to address this. So let's change up the video as far as what we're going to talk about. Instead of just talking about that ASIC miner, I'll cover it. I'll share with you guys what that means. But let me address this first because this is really important and it impacts all of us. For you guys that don't know, channel's all about helping people understand what this crypto world is like right now, things that you can mine, things that you can earn passive income from. If you have not heard me before, well, welcome. Hit that subscribe button, and if I provide you with any value, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm because it does go a really long way when it comes to getting this video in front of more people. And I don't always do this, but I will make sure to do a giveaway for anybody that comments down below. Now, let's keep at it because I want to make sure that you guys see exactly what I'm talking about and why it's in a grand scale, I guess you can say. So this is Bitcoin Magazine, so I'm just going to go right onto their website. And I highlighted a couple of things here, but this is the news, right? It's Biden administration to regulate Bitcoin as a matter of national security. And the report goes on to say, and I highlighted two little pieces here, is that they're trying to set this up as, national security efforts. It's all because things don't stay in one country. There needs to be synchronization across nations to make sure that things are well regulated. So basically, the decentralization that crypto is trying to create is there's now an attempt to erase that because people want to know where your money is. People want to know what's going on. And I know what you're going to say, and I've heard this from plenty of people. Well, let's talk about criminal activities because that's what the crypto stuff is up for, set up for. And yeah, I actually found two pieces of that. So risk posed by the use of cryptocurrencies to facilitate various illegal activities, the reasons why they're dealing with this, and that's what the executive order may contain. And this is according to Investopedia, and this article is out on the 24th, so a couple of days ago. I do like their little takeaways, so they try to break things down for people that won't read. I read the whole thing, and I want to highlight these two pieces because I think they are important. A key objective will be ensuring that the U.S. remains competitive amid the exploding growth of digital assets worldwide. You want to stay competitive? Stop printing money. I don't know how else to say that, but just stop printing money. Like, that's step number one, right? But they don't seem to care about that. It's all a matter of what can we regulate or prevent people from buying. Because at the end of the day, like, if you want to get into securities and things that are way more regulated, you need to have a certain threshold you need to hit. If you're trying to get into an ICO, like, no, can't do that in the US because, well, you need to have a portfolio of over $1 million. Otherwise, you're not good enough. That's what's happening right now. Right now, they're not enjoying the fact that people that didn't have money now are able to acquire money. That different, people anywhere in the world are able to now have something good, start mining from nothing. Like there are plenty of things out there that you can start mining even if you don't have money. The biggest example that I always share with people is Nodal. Like, if you have a phone, you can start mining crypto right now without any kind of hardware. Your phone is enough. But I digress. Let's keep going because this is bigger than just this little article here. And now I want to show you what I'm talking about. And there's some more nations like, Russia's central bank was just talking about that, saying that, it needs to be regulated. Here we have, Pakistan's central bank saying that after careful risk-benefit analysis, it emerged that risks of cryptocurrency far outweigh its benefits for Pakistan's rich people. That last part is added by yours truly here, Action, because they will never write that. And again, that's why this is entertainment purposes only, right? Like, that's the way it goes. That's what the disclaimer says down below, because I'm not going to give you guys financial advice because don't sue me, bro. But we can keep going. And here's the real deal, right? And you have the IMF urging El Salvador to drop Bitcoin as legal tender. Wow. Drop Bitcoin as legal tender. And I mean, yeah, it's too risky. It's not good for the country. And breaking news, IMF urges El Salvador to remove Bitcoin as legal tender. And the CEO of El Salvador, the president over there, does this. I see you, IMF. That's very nice. So this is the best possible response. And here's why I think this response is reasonable in comparison to what's going on right now about an executive order being signed to regulate cryptocurrencies. When El Salvador adopted Bitcoin as legal tender, it wasn't one guy sitting up there going, all right, drop of a hammer, this is how it goes. No, that's ludicrous. That's not democracy at all. That's a dictatorship. And I'm not going to get into politics here because that's how you end up losing viewers and people, drop left and right. But I do want to share something with you guys. This is actually really important. If you guys think about it, you elect people to represent you. And there's reasons behind why there's multiple, branches of government and everything else. And I won't bore all of you that are not in the U.S. with some of this, but presidents should not sit there and say, all right, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. And an example of that is really, really clear if you take a look at executive orders by presidents over the years. And when it first started, this is what it looked like, guys. Like, this is look at how many executive orders these people were putting down. Not many at all. Does the president have the powers to do that? In certain, scenarios? Absolutely. Does it need to happen? Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with the legal system, as it stands, the way things work. I think it's pretty fine. And it kind of started growing and growing and growing. Then you have war and things get out of hand because you got to start, ruling, I guess. And you see how crazy it got over the years. And I put up a new header at the very bottom here because I just want you to see the last few years. So here, executive orders by presidents in office. So take a look at this. Right now, we are sitting at an average of 77 a year. And then you look at El Salvador and the way things were actually adopted there, people came together. People said, yeah, we're on board with this. Let's do it. Like, if it's that important, bring it up to a vote. Make sure that everybody, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, everybody gets a say. Everybody gets a vote. Everybody gets to, essentially pitch in and make the best decision for the country. But hopefully that wasn't too big of a rant. My goal is to try to get these videos done in one shot as much as I possibly can. So if you haven't subscribed to the like button yet, you can do that now. I do things in usually 1, 2, 3s. So I guess I'm breaking it down how, governments, manufacturers, and projects can screw you over because they don't like what's happening. That was the government part. So now let's talk about, manufacturers. And manufacturer piece I want to talk about is this right here. So Goldshell came out with a brand new miner today, and you can get it for as little as $700. And I bought this. Yes, I bought this. Please don't buy it, and I'll explain why in a second. I bought it because I want to prove a point. I'm literally throwing money away to make sure that you guys understand that there's good and bad out there, and that just because there's something new and shiny that says it mines crypto, you shouldn't ape into it. You shouldn't just go buy it. And here's why. First thing, shipping date. Shipment will be arranged from February 11th to February 14th. Everything's shut down right now in China, so nothing's shipping. You're not going to get this thing for 3, maybe 4 weeks, depending on how long it takes for it actually to arrive. So keep that in mind. That's point number one. Secondly, this is an SC box. They actually just changed the website a few minutes ago. It actually still showed a different name here, but these are the specs on it. It's like, all right, cool. I got a new miner. I can do $700. I can make it go burr and make money. Not really. Not really. And that's what I want you guys to understand. You need to look at the numbers whenever you're doing something like this. You want to make sure that you understand why the miner was made in the first place, how it works, what coin it mines. And that's a really big deal. And this miner is, they're basically trying to sell it to the ScPrime community because ScPrime's price has gone up. And they're like, ooh, great opportunity for us to make money. And a lot of people are going to go, action, isn't ScPrime, mineable through hard drives? What is an ASIC miner doing here? Yes, it's mineable through hard drives now because they are changing things up. But for the next couple of weeks, you're actually still able to mine via an ASIC miner. And this is the proof that I have, just so you guys have a little understanding of how it all came about. Because ScPrime actually came from SiaCoin. So take a listen to this little thing here.
The project sort of started by accident, to be frank. A bunch of us were hanging out in another project's community, and we got involved with some political stuff that was going on, and some things that we didn't agree with. We made some proposals to try and write things there, but the governance there was essentially all one person. And ultimately what ended up happening was they made a decision that was going to strand a lot of ASIC mining hash rate, and it was expensive hash rate. And so we figured, well, we could take advantage of that. We didn't really have an idea for a product or project at that point, but we knew we wanted to sort of take care of folks that had put a lot of money into it, including us, who would put money into this mining equipment and so forth. We were all big miners back in those days. This is 2017, 2018. And the deal is that once we kind of launched it and we started looking at, well, what is our vision? That's when we really kind of moved into the product sort of thing.
So that's when we moved into the product sort of thing, right? So you just heard from the main guy, Kenneth. He is the one, leading this whole thing. And yeah, it's an ASIC project. That's how it started. They're switching things over. But at the beginning, yeah, it's an ASIC project. That means that it's not going to be an ASIC project for very long. And if you guys remember the dates are a big deal. So by the time you actually get your unit, and this is the point I'm going to make with all of you, this is going to be worthless because you're not going to be able to mine the coin that they're saying you're going to be able to mine. That's the point blank truth. Like, I'm not going to try to pretty this up. That's what it is. So an SC box, the money that I put into this is going to go down the drain. And people didn't believe me, but I'm going to show you exactly how this works. And I know there has been a little bit of other things going on when it comes to, the project itself. And I do want to talk about that. But for the ones of you that kept asking, what's the passcode? What's a passcode? Because I did post this on Twitter and I asked the question, is it worth it? Because I want to know what people are thinking. The reason I didn't put the password for you to purchase a unit is because I don't think you should buy it. I don't want you to lose money. Anybody that asked for it, I DM'd them right away, gave them the password and said, hey, don't do it. It's not worth it. So here I am giving you the explanation as far as why it's not worth it, right? Because what's the point? Like, why are you? I don't want anybody spending money on stuff that is gonna lose money. But let's get into the controversy of things, right? And here's where projects want to screw you over, and I want to be really clear with this, and I got to be careful with my words, I guess, because sometimes they can come back to bite me. And here's the perfect example. This is right from the Discord from ScPrime, and this guy right here, that's Kenneth, and he's basically saying that nerdy dude stuff and Action CEO, inappropriate calculator, which is absurd. Maybe. I guess you can say maybe, but not really, because it's not an inappropriate calculator, to be honest with you. It's just, it is what it is, and actually does work. And I want to be clear with the things that I did. First, did I use a clickbait, thumbnail? I guess you can say. So that's $100,000 a year, 7-day ROI. I got to move myself out of the screen, but it says potential explained. And I want to be very clear with this potential explained, because I don't just do things to do things. Like, I go over stuff, and here's using that calculator. I want to make sure you hear from me exactly what that means, because I try to be clear, and you all let me know if I'm not clear. Now let's talk earnings. And these earnings here that I want to share with you, they are, estimated earnings. So right now it's not live. So, and they say this network's currently young and uses some increasing, please refer to realistic usage data amounts here. So how do I get over $100,000 a year? Well, with a 64 terabyte unit, that's the earning potential. And if I pull up a calculator and you go 8980 times 12, there you go. There's over $100,000. And again, this is early for the network. So two things are going to happen. You're not going to be able to host as much usage as of right now. Correct. Which is why I said potential. But if a unit costs $2,000 after that rebate, and you can earn up to $9,000 a month, like, to me, that's a no-brainer. And it's only a no-brainer because of the fact that I actually believe in the project, right? Like, that's the thing you gotta look at. Like, does it actually make sense? And they're really upfront with stuff, and I love that about them. They're not overselling products that they can't, fulfill. So they're really in line with, what they believe in. And here's the storage network, details. So there's only 400 active nodes right now, and 300. Let me explain that. This is actually like me trying to be as honest as possible. This is me saying that it is long-term. I am not talking about a short-term thing. And I do want to share, I found out the reason why this is going on and why Kenneth was so, I don't want to say rude, but honest, overly honest. It's hard to get, try to get me, with things. But I found a clip from today's video that they posted, and it explains it very, very clearly as far as why he's so concerned. Listen to this little number here, and you get a full understanding of why it is.
If your providers are good. If your providers are a bunch of gold diggers that have showed up to a project only looking to extract for about 4 months to make a Lambo and then bail out on you, then that's going to be a real problem, right? That's going to be a real huge problem because it's going to cause us a ton of churn when we start onboarding customers, and ultimately it's going to cost us a lot of money.
It boils down to money, right? He doesn't want people trying to come in, make a killing, and then leave. That's the truth. That's why he's concerned about the things I said. I am on this thing long term. The reason I jumped on board to, even talk about this is because I like seeing projects that are trying to make a difference in the space, that are trying to disrupt the system, I guess you can say. And I have more things coming down the pipeline that I will share with you guys that do exactly that. The reason why I like ScPrime was because they're trying to compete with Amazon. The way they're setting themselves up is to compete against Amazon. I said it right there. I don't think you're going to be able to earn this. You're not going to fill up your unit. There's no way. No way. And here, take a look at this number. So 400 active storage, units at the time that I made this video, which was just a month and a half ago. If you look at it now, look at this number. Look how much it's grown. Look how much the network has grown. And not a lot of space is being utilized. This is what short term looks like. I'm talking long term. I like the project long term. I'm gonna let my miner sit in my rack unit and go burr. That's what I'm looking for. And it caused the coin to explode. Man, I didn't know I had that much leverage over something. I'm kidding, it wasn't me, it was other people talking about it too. But if you see the token price, it blew up. I mean, you're talking about $3.60. That's over the $6.70 70 cents. That's a big increase. And I can understand the problem there. I can understand why they're wait, so how are people going to be able to afford this if the token price is so high? How are we going to charge people to pay for tokens? How are we going to be able to reward people? The numbers just don't work. And I understand that. And that's a valid concern, but for you to come out and say that, oh yeah, action's a Moonboy, that's not where I'm coming from at all. There is a potential to earn a lot of money, especially with the token price increasing. But I never said that it was going to happen right away. Quite the contrary. I said the exact opposite. It's not going to happen right away. It's a long-term thing. This is one of the things that I'm going to set up and forget about. That's going to sit in my closet and just, make passive income. That's the idea. It's not for me to make money right away. It's for me to make long-term passive income. That's the idea. That's my goal. And I want to make sure you guys understand that the bringing it back to the ASIC mining and everything that's going on in the world right now and trying to, block ASIC mining. I want to make sure you guys understand this piece of it. I don't think it's worth it, right? That new miner from Goldshell, and I'm bring it up right here. I don't think it's worth it. And the way I know it's not worth it is by actually trying to calculate how difficult it is to mine this thing. First off, that's an SC miner. So you're going to have to change the firmware on it for you to be able to actually mine ScPrime tokens. So, and they had put in here that it was ScPrime compatible, and they took it off. It was going back and forth. I'm telling you guys, this is, it was not good the way that they were going about this thing, because they were trying to push units. They're trying to sell these things. And the way they know how to do that is to market to the people that want to, that want the Lambos. Like Kenneth was saying. By the way, I'll take this brief pause. Kenneth, here's the deal. I know I really appreciate the time that you gave me, that you sat down with me and we talked about what you guys are doing. If you don't like the things I did, here's an open invitation. Come on back. I won't edit anything out. Say whatever it is you want. Say whatever it is you're thinking, and we'll make sure we're on the same page. Because I'm not afraid to have an honest discussion about what's really going on. And I'm open to it. Honestly, let's do it. Come at it with whatever you're thinking, whatever you got, because at the end of the day, I know where I stand, and if I'm saying anything incorrectly, I'll go back. I'll apologize. I have no problem doing that. I'm not always going to be right, but I usually am. So in the few times that I'm not, hey, I'm okay with that. So back to the miner and why you should not get this, or why I should not get this and why I'm making the biggest mistake of my life purchasing this unit, to show you guys that first, dates wise, it won't mine. You need to look at the hash rate and how much it's going to draw. So those two things are what you need with any miner. And here we can see the hash rate and power consumption. You can plug things in. So let's do that. So 900, and this is specifically for ScPrime. So it's a mining calculator. And power consumption is going to be, 200 watts. And Southern California, they love you at the 22 cents. Saw that I had 22 cents there already. And I'm not even going to put a poll fee in there. I'm just going to leave it as is. And we can hit calculate and see how terrible this thing is going to be. All right, so current daily, this unit can actually make me money. I can make 21 cents every single day with this unit. Yeah, 21 cents. You wanna get a miner to earn 21 cents? Or, at the current price for 30 days, I can earn $6.50. You realize how long that's gonna take for you to get your money back? Like, that's part of it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I don't know. Let's do some crazy math on screen, because why not? Here, I actually just realized I didn't scroll down enough for you guys to be able to see it, but $700, right? And let's do current daily price, which is this one right here. So 700 divided by 0.2139. All right, so I would get my money back in 3,272 days. You tell me, is it worth it? Or is this just one of those schemes that, company made some ASIC chips and they're like, oh, we got to get rid of these. What do we do? Well, let's sell it to Moonboys. Let's sell it to the people that want Lambos. That's what's up with this miner. That's why I was telling you guys that I basically threw money away to prove a point, because even if I got the miner today, it's still not going to be worth it. It's still not going to be worth it. You shouldn't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Like, I guess don't be me. I'm dumb. I guess I just spent a bunch of money to prove a point. Maybe I'll do that as a giveaway. Oh boy, I'm gonna end it here because there is a lot more for me to do today, and I want to get to it. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you all on the next one. I'm back, and it's actually the next day. So here's the deal. I had to sleep on things, make sure that I wasn't going crazy with things that I was talking about. So first and foremost, I stand by everything that I said. And Kenneth, here's the deal. Still up for it. I think you want to give the people what they want. Let's talk. Let's chat. Let's do it on camera. Make sure people understand where you're coming from, because you can come off to be a big jerk. And I don't think that's the case. I think that you just care a little too much about what you're building. So I hope I'm right. So let's chat. And for all of you guys that have been on the channel for a while, you know that after credits, I'm just hanging out, telling you guys really what's up. And I want to get your feedback. And I ask questions like, should my thumbnails and titles be more baity to draw viewers and stuff like that? Like, I actually do want to know. This is the results from what you guys have said. I'm not making stuff up. Like, I ask questions, I poll you guys, and this is the info you're giving me. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And let's do giveaways, because that's how we roll on the channel. And we always save giveaways after credits so that only the people that actually watch the whole thing get to win. So I'm just copying. This is the last video that I put up, the profit with NFTs. I think there's not a lot of people in this one, which is actually kind of cool, because your chances of winning are really good. 16 comments, that's insane. Let's get at it. Let's see what we got here. I've already got the comments, filter duplicates, and hit start. Oh, bro, I love, this is like the dream come true right here. Mick, you've been with the channel for a while. I'm super pumped that you were actually the one that just got picked. Yeah. Head on over to the Discord, hit me up on Twitter, man. I'm super excited that you are the winner. Last thing, let me tell you guys about something that's going on. Sorry, it's a little short notice, but in about a week, there's a conference coming up right by Austin, Texas. It's February 7th and 8th. Let me put this on the screen. It's a mining conference, so if you all are interested in mining whatsoever, I'm gonna go, because this is awesome. I'm not getting paid to talk about this. This is me just sharing with you guys in regards to stuff that I'm doing, because I like to learn. If you're not growing, you're dying in my mind. And I want to try to get as much knowledge as I possibly can, because I don't know everything. And you guys know I've said that before, but I was actually just looking at it this morning again. So Scott, good dude, not gonna lie, super good dude. And this is just a bunch of people that are into mining, and there's a bunch of cool things happening at this conference, like the Michael Saylor keynote thing that he's got going on, all of that. But this morning, I was looking at this guy right here on the right side. That's Paul Oakford. Like, I don't know if y'all know who this is, but back in 2002, when I was still in high school, he came out with a Starry Eyes Surprise, and that like blew up. And I just realized that this morning. I was like, wait, that's him. And I was like, bro, I'm old. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, that's life. That's life. That's what happens. I just want to see cool things happen before I get even older. So I'm going to keep learning. I'm going to keep growing as much as I possibly can. One of the ways I'm doing that is by heading out to a conference, because they got some pretty awesome stuff going on. And I'll give you an example just so you can see it. Again, I'm not getting paid to talk about this at all. I'm doing it because it's stuff I enjoy, and I think it helps me grow. And if it helps me, hopefully it helps you. They got that Megator farm. It's like one of the largest Bitcoin farms in the world. I think it's the second one. The largest one is, I think Antminer has one. But this is like really, really cool stuff. Unfortunately, it's sold out, but that's okay, because I actually prefer to hang out and do a miner repair workshop. How to deal with ASIC miners. I know, like, talk about my preferences here. It's the sort of thing I like to do. It is what it is. At least I know, let's say one of my machines goes down. That's like, why call somebody? Why not do it yourself? And not that I don't know how to do a lot of these things, but I would love to connect with people that know more than I do, because I don't think I know everything. My goal is continue to learn, continue to grow, so that I can share that information with all of you, and, be able to have a better understanding of things, because it just never stops. There's always going to be somebody that has a niche that knows more than I do in certain areas, and being able to talk to people like that can help both you and I, and that's where I'm all about. So thank you all so much for watching this video. It's probably going to be super long. I haven't even checked the time on it, but thank you all, and I'll see you all on the next video. Take care.